Good day, everyone. Welcome to the Promised End podcast. This is Zar from Chinderi Beats.
And I'm AJ.
Unfortunately, John won't be joining us today. He's cooking something for us. He's actually here, but
Hi
he's...
guys, this is John from Always John, but I'm actually doing something else. But watch out for it. So yeah, I'm here for technical support at this time.
Now, we'll be having AJ for the first time here in the Promised End podcast.
I'm invading the show, bitches.
I almost said the Deep End podcast.
We're so deep now.
Yeah, but today we're going to be talking about a topic that's near and dear to our hearts.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's
This is like a dream episode I've been requesting these guys to do.
yeah, and it's finally happening. We're talking about Gundam.
Right here.
Now, for our listeners, Gundam is basically a multimedia franchise that spans different types of media. You have anime, manga, you have novels, films, toys, and model kits. So a lot of stuff related to Gundam. Now, as we actually have AJ's model kits post.
Not all of them.
Well, not all of them, but a lot of these are master grade kits.
Yes.
You have the Infinite Justice, customized Infinite Justice from Gundam Seed Destiny.
Yep.
You have the master grade Amazing. This is the Dark Matter Exia from Build Fighters. The RX-78 2 from Mobile Suit Gundam. And what's this?
This is the Astrea.
Oh no, sorry, the Astrea. This is the white one, but this is a customized one, right?
Yeah.
And where did the backpack come from?
Well, the backpack is like it's a mix of Tamiya. This is Zoid parts, mostly Zoid parts, right?
Oh, okay. Because I was not able to recognize. I wasn't able to recognize the backpack from any kit that I've seen before. But yeah, it's basically what AJ did here is he took parts from Tamiya model kit and Zoid's model kit and used it to customize a backpack for his Astrea.
This was like the time when I saw Sinanju. I have a Sinanju.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
dirty.
Sinanju from Gundam Unicorn.
And it's got this like really sweet backpack that moves like this. So I tried to imitate that with Zoid parts. And these jet parts are like guitar parts. So
It's pretty resourceful.
This is me kit bashing.
We're gonna talk about that later on. Also, we have the Gerbera Tetra.
Yep.
This is basically a Reborn's 1:100 kit from again the Reborn's line.
Yeah.
Not a master grade, but think of it as a very detailed high grade model in 1:100 scale, and it's like the Gundam form of the Gerbera Tetra. Because in the anime Stardust Memory,
Yeah, that pink one.
the pink one was basically a prototype for this.
Yeah.
And this is the fully realized
This
mobile
was
suit.
supposed to be the outcome of that suit.
Yep, this is the fully realized form of the Gerbera Tetra. Now, AJ, where did you basically start? Where did you basically start with Gundam?
Look at the camera, guys.
Where did you basically start with Gundam? Like, how did you acquaint yourself? How did you find out about Gundam?
I grew up in the 90s.
Of course, most of us did.
So the first like real legit Gundam series that I saw was of course Wing.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? Like Channel 7?
Yes, Channel 7. This was around 1998, I think.
Yeah, it was
Around that time?
I think it was later shown here in the Philippines.
Yes, because Wing was, I believe Wing was released 1992
Yeah,
in
90s.
Japan.
1992.
Yes, and However, it was shown here several years later in local television GMA7 around 1998. I remember this because this was when I started going to high school as a freshman.
So yeah. Wait. But before I saw the series, my parents would buy me, those pencil cases with designs on it.
Yes.
I remember specifically that other one that's got the Victory Gundam on it,
Oh, okay.
and immediately that was already very fascinating for me. Like the design of the Gundam is like,
It wasn't anything like.
this is like it looks weird with two mouths like that, right? And then the chin, but it's like a really cool looking robot.
It's very distinct. Like each mobile suit sort of carries similar characteristics, like the chin, the mouth slits, the feet, the V-fin.
Yeah.
Basically, that's their antenna.
Like
It's sort of each
iconic,
generation of mobile suit will have these characteristics.
yeah, like I don't even know until this day what the chin is for.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I haven't
But it
read
looks-
up on the mechanics, but maybe it's a sensor.
It looks good, right?
Yes, it does.
It's like the iconic Gundam face. Like, it needs that chin right
yep,
there.
that chin and the crotch too. Like
Yeah, man. Why
You
does
know-
it have a V on the crotch? Why?
Now, as for me, the very first time I saw a Gundam was probably when I first ate Chocobot. It's like a snack
Oh.
here in the Philippines. Like these snacks had wrappers with robots in it. I think the RX 782 was in there.
Oh.
But as for the show or any related media, I was first exposed to Gundam similarly with Gundam Wing, and it sort of changed my world because up until then, I think I've only seen super robot shows where like Voltus 5, Raijin O, what else? Daimos.
Yeah.
Even UFO Grandizer for a little bit. I think my mom rented a VHS tape with UFO Grandizer on it. So basically, all the robots that I know were from the super robot genre.
Yeah.
But when I saw Gundam Wing, I finally saw robots in a different light, in a sort of a realistic setting.
Yeah.
That's because
They're not too large. I mean, they're actually
they are
supposed to be
large. They are
but
like
they're not as big as like Voltas 5, for example.
Oh
Right?
yeah. Like Voltus 5 is like what? Maybe 70 meters, 40 meters
Yeah.
tall. But Gundams, the tall ones usually, they're usually around 22 meters tall. Like maybe the Sinanju is like 21, if I'm not
20
mistaken.
plus.
But the average height for these mobile suits is usually around 15 to 17 meters.
Yeah.
So relatively, they're like tanks, but with legs.
And they look really cool.
Yeah, they
That was
are
like
humanoid tanks, basically.
That was like the appeal of it for me when I was a kid.
Yeah, the coolness, especially with Wing, because each Gundam was unique. Like each Gundam had this specialization.
Like a theme almost. Like
Yes, you have the Wing Gundam, which specializes in mobility because it can fly. It also has very powerful long-range weaponry, like the
Buster Cannon.
The Buster Cannon.
the
yes.
Buster Rhymes.
And then you have close combat-oriented mobile suits like the Sandrock, which is specialized for desert combat.
Yeah.
And what was this called?
The Shenlong.
The Shenlong.
Or Shenron.
It's basically a very versatile close combat unit with long-range weaponry as well. It has a flamethrower. One of its hands sort of stretch.
Yeah.
And It also has a shield and a beam. I think a beam naginata or something.
I don't have that yet, but you know,
Was it? Is it a beam trident? Maybe it's a beam trident.
it was a the first one. No. The first one was like a naginata, I think.
Oh, okay. Well,
Then the succeeding ones, because they customized. Spoiler, they customized their robots. I think somewhere in the
yeah,
series.
they get upgrades
Yeah.
midway through the series. They sort of lose their original units, or they get upgraded. Now, what else? The Death Sight. It's a
Which is John's favorite.
everybody's favorite, to be honest.
That was like my favorite. Yeah.
I was not supposed to contribute, but just to say, there are more people that like Wing and Heavy Arms more than Death Sight. It's actually the fourth most popular Gundam.
Actually, yeah.
It's actually Wing, Heavy Arms, then Napaku, then Death Sight, then of
Sight.
course the least favorite of them all, the
Sandrock.
Suicidal Gundam, Sandrock.
But you know how the Death Sight is super popular. Like
Yeah, it's super popular just because it.
a lot
looks
of
like
people
It's
that I
edgy as
know
shit.
that are fans of Gundam actually like the Death Sight among
Yeah.
the other suits, but that's because it has a sight for a weapon. It is capable of stealth. It can actually turn invisible or something, or
But
it has a jammer.
It actually has a jammer only in space.
Yes,
In Earth, it doesn't work jack shit.
but it can actually fight underwater.
Yes, and
It's the best
yes,
underwater
Gundam.
among the
And
Gundams.
and the good thing about Death Sight is even though it fights in what do you call this Earth, it's as mobile as Sandrock in
Space.
In space.
Unlike the Sundrak, Sundrak is just a sitting duck in space. It can't do anything in space because it specializes
really-
He's
in the desert.
he's got his friends with him, right? Like the army.
The primary advantage of the Sandrock is that the pilot is extremely rich
Yeah.
and has like
You
his
can
own
buy
personal
friends.
army. Personal army.
Well,
of
anyway, that's
robots.
it. I'm gonna go back to my work now.
Well, that's Gundam Wing for you. It's a very politically driven. There's a lot of political
Yeah.
stuff happening, a lot of military maneuvers. It's a very complex story for a child. It's just that the attraction is it's got robots,
Yeah.
but it's actually
Definitely.
very deep. I think it's deep. I want to revisit it today and maybe laugh at myself for thinking that it's deep. But for me, back in the day when I was a kid, most of the things that were happening were it's sort of flying past my head because
Yeah.
there's a lot of political maneuvering in that show. But I think even it's the heaviest in politics
Well, yeah.
among the Gundam shows, I have to say.
I mean, I've watched it like you said back when I was like in grade school, and for me, I thought, oh man, I haven't watched Evangelion at that point, by the way. Okay, but for me, Wing back then was like, damn, this shit is good. But I watched it. I've watched I think last year because I have the whole series.
Yes.
And then I keep laughing at that scene where where's that? What's that girl's name? Relina.
Yes, Relina Peacecraft.
She was trying to give Hero this invitation.
To her party.
Will you dance? Come with me to the party. And then he rips it in half, man.
Yeah.
It was all slow. I will kill you. It was I keep laughing at that scene. It's like, wow, that's so. I don't know if is that manly. That's supposed to
No.
be scary.
The context of that is Hero is the pilot of the Wing Gundam.
Yes.
They all drop to Earth. They have their own secret missions. However, when he lands, Relina discovers him,
Yeah.
and he vows to.
Which is not supposed to happen, right?
Yes, he vows to kill Relina,
Yeah.
and he enrolls in the same school as her. And in this school, Relina is like some sort of princess. She's super
Yes.
popular, and her birthday's coming up, and she invites everyone to her party, including Hero, which she approaches personally in front of their classmates, right? And hands over her invitation.
Yeah.
And what Hero does with the invitation is he rips it in half in front of Relina's face. And Relina, teary-eyed, she was crying. And Hero walks past her while wiping her tears.
Yes.
And he whispers in her ear, "I will kill you." It's like,
Just imagine that scene, man, in slow motion.
remember when that happened? All of my classmates were like doing it in front of the girls. Like they would rip the 1/4 sheet of paper in front of them, and then they would just say, "Patayin kita." that's in the Filipino dub. Anyway, moving on from Wing, what's the next show that caught your attention? It was most probably Seed. If
I don't know. Wait. Before I saw that there was Gundam G actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Gundam G and Gundam X.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
But
forgot.
Gundam X, I think it didn't. Did it show here?
Yes, it did.
I didn't get it. I think because in high school they would switch our schedule,
Yeah.
which suck, and they would only show like Gundam in 4:30 in the afternoon, so I couldn't see it if I was on afternoon.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gundam G was like the next one that I really got into because
Yeah, that was a fun show.
it was like Dragon Ball with robots.
Yeah.
Actually,
Basically, you have in the world
ridiculous fighting.
in the universe of Gundam G, wars are fought by proxy
Yeah.
by these martial artists who use mobile suits, and these mobile suits are controlled as if pretty much like Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Basically, they have these telemetry suits inside, and they wear those inside the mobile suit, and their actions are replicated by the robot.
That's
And basically, because of that, their martial arts moves are performed by the robots themselves, and they sort of battle in this tournament. That's how wars are fought in that universe.
Yeah.
Each country has their own Gundam representative.
Yeah.
And of course, Japan trumps everyone in that
Yes,
show.
because it's Japan's show.
Yes, it's a Japanese show primarily, so Japan always wins.
Dude, America didn't win. What else? Russia didn't win.
If this was the perfect world, either China or America would definitely win.
Yeah, but
win that
Japan
tournament.
just trumped because of the shining finger.
Yeah, in the end, it becomes Godfinger.
Yeah.
Primary suits in that show are the Shining Gundam, Rising Gundam, the Rose Gundam, Dragon Gundam, Master Gundam, Volt Gundam, and God Gundam. Now, what else?
Oh, the Master Gundam.
Oh, and Master Gundam.
And then
okay. And then the Devil Gundam.
What's the Shadow Gundam? What's it called?
It's the Spiegel Gundam.
Spiegel, yeah.
It's not called Spiegel in the Philippines.
Oh,
What
is it called?
I forgot.
Yeah, but remember the name of the pilot is supposed to be Schwartz, but they translated it here in the Philippine dub. It's Two Barts,
2 bites.
and I was like, that's like the coolest name ever.
Two Barts.
Two Barts, but it's actually Schwartz.
Yeah.
I think they made it that way because Spiegel and Schwartz is a very European sounding name.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard for people, or especially Filipinos, to keep saying that. So they wanted a Chubarts. It's Chubarts.
It's actually the Spiegel is the Neo Germany contender, but it's like a ninja. It's like a Nazi ninja.
The Nazi ninja.
But there's a really huge story on why
Yeah.
We
he's
can't-
not supporting his supposedly.
Yeah,
real
he's actually a
person.
wild card in the series. Like he's like
not a
Tuxedo
contestant.
Mask.
He's not a contestant, by the way. He owns a specially built Gundam built by himself and his team.
He's like
It's like
What's-
Tuxedo Mask
Yeah,
from
it's like
Sailor
Tuxedo
Moon.
Mask.
He appears to help. He always appears during those critical moments to help Domon
what's that?
or teach him a lesson.
You know that.
He's Razor X.
Yeah,
Razor
Razor
X.
X. It's like
oh my
the
god,
Razor-
my
because
analogy is too
he-
feminine.
Yeah, you're too feminine.
He's got a mask, right?
Actually,
He dies.
Actually, if you look at it in a very different angle, or actually in a similar angle, Speed Racer and Gundam G has the same fucking dynamics as of everything.
You can go figure that out.
Yes, go figure that out.
Now, of course, we have.
I'm gonna go back to it.
Now, of course, we have Gundam X as well. This one wasn't that popular here. It's like an alternate version of the aftermath of the Universal Century, I think, where the new types are sort of disappearing and stuff. But I don't know. I didn't like Gundam X that much, but I had a lot of my bootleg kits were from Gundam X. I had the Versago chest brake. I had the XDV and the Double X.
I had the well, back then I really did not see the series, but I think my dad bought me the Airmaster. The blue one.
The blue one, yeah.
It was a small one, the 1/144 scale, and then I lost it because I was a kid. So now that I'm working, it's actually upstairs. I bought a 1/100 version
of the Airmaster.
Yeah. It looks really bad. Like the proportions of a high grade back in the 90s was really bad.
Well, the designs weren't that good.
It was, I think it was supposed to be like anime accurate or something. But
the designs weren't that good. To be honest, in Gundam X, it's like it might hurt some people's feelings, but it's kind of lazy. The designs there are lazy. But
I just bought that for like, nostalgia reasons, and I love the
except for the Versago and the Versago chest. I love those mobile suits. Anyway, moving on because we have a lot to cover here. After Gundam X, I think we're now safe to move on to Gundam Seed.
Well, yeah.
Because during that time, I thought that was the end of Gundam. Like, I was not gonna see anything else related to Gundam anymore after Gundam X, because there was like a hiatus of Gundam shows here in the Philippines, and
there was.
Of course, the internet wasn't as robust as it is now. Back in the day, it was really slow, and you would only search when you go to the internet. It's only for two things. You either search for nude pictures, which would load like a picture in like 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Or you would search StarCraft tips.
Or you would send emails. I don't know.
I don't even have anyone to email back then. However, that's why we didn't know of the existence of these other Gundam shows that were aired during that time. Were like Turn A.
Yeah.
Turn A was aired before Seed. Now, Seed sort of reinvigorated the Gundam franchise. It's like it popularized Gundam again because of the when Seed came out, it's like the designs were refreshing.
Very refreshing, actually.
I love the L stripe.
Well, yeah.
And the L stripe is sort of became the standard design for a while. Like a lot of the other new shows sort of based their design off of it.
Yeah.
But in reality, Gundam Seed is sort of a alternate adaptation of the very first Gundam, which is Mobile Suit Gundam. They almost have identical stories. Basically, you have this Ace who stumbles upon this mobile suit and drives it and wins. And then he becomes he gets enlisted to help with evacuating this battleship, right? And his mobile suit turns out to be like the prototype for other mobile suits for mass production. It's basically Mobile Suit Gundam.
Yeah. It's like the RX-78.
It even has a version of Rambaral in it. Like, you remember who's that guy? The Desert Wolf? Remember that guy who rides the Buku? The Buku is a mobile armor. It's basically a desert specialized mobile armor. It has 4 legs. It looks like a dog with wings.
That's where the dog mobile suits came from.
Yeah,
sure.
There's a Gundam was designed after. It's like the Gaia. Isn't it the Gaia Gundam?
I think it's the Gaia, yeah.
The one that turns into a Buku.
And it's an astray frame, right? Is that it?
I don't think it's an astray, but it is from Seed Destiny, but it's not
Because
part of that astray. I don't think it's. Oh, is it like?
I remember a variant of an astray that transforms into a like
a Buku.
Yeah.
It's most likely the Gaia, or the Gaia Gundam. Because later on, this becomes modified to become the Nyaya. Remember the Cat Gundam?
I'm trying to find that.
Is it even a real model kit?
For me, I think it's not real.
I don't know if it looks real
like,
because I have not seen
like a review for it.
Not a review, but rather I haven't seen the actual box itself. I haven't seen a physical box of this, and I've been frequenting the Gunpla shops over here in the Philippines. I haven't seen a Nyaya kit anywhere.
I kind of need that because my girlfriend is like a cat lover. So
figures.
So yeah, what else?
Seed. You have Seed Destiny, and then after that, small hiatus again. We don't get a new Gundam for years until we sort of hear about Gundam Unicorn.
Yeah.
And then they started showing the movies, and then in the middle of that, Double O came out.
What else?
And then after Double O, you have.
But did the Build Fighters come out after that, or was it like after Unicorn?
I believe after Unicorn was done. Before Unicorn finished, Gunpla Builders, the OVA, sort of came out. It's like the precursor to Build
Fighters.
And then I believe when Build Fighters came out, Reconquista also came out.
That weird looking one. I mean, Turn-A looks weird, but
people say that it looks weird just because the artist is the same artist that worked on Eureka 7.
Yeah.
So it's sort of funky. You know, the designs are funky and very very distinct in Reconquista in G.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I think people misunderstand this series a lot. They sort of just chalk it up to just poor writing, poor design, poor animation. But if you observe it closely, it actually has a good story. And the designs aren't even that bad. The animation is sort of reminiscent of old Gundam cartoons.
Yeah. I mean, I look at the Gundam, it looks okay.
It looks fine. There's another suit within that, a couple of suits that I like that are not Gundam. I like the Mac knife.
Oh.
That's from Reconquista NG. I like it just because it's weird. It has this lanky,
good taste,
lanky build, and the legs are like knives. They're really long and very broad. Also, the Grimoire, which is the standard enemy grunt unit in Reconquista NG, it looks good.
Yeah.
Just that. It's very round. It has round surfaces. It's not angular like Gundams tend to be.
What you would expect it to look like.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
But I like the design. After Reconquista in G, another Build Fighters anime came out, the Build Fighters Try, and then of course Iron Blooded Orphans, which is the latest one.
I haven't watched that. They say it's good. They say everyone died.
It's like a return to violence for Gundam.
Oh, that's good.
Because it is probably one of the most violent in the series, just because they're not shy when it comes to killing off characters that people like or people get endeared to.
Yeah, I keep a few of the people I worked with on bands keep watching that show, and I
think it's because it's metal as fuck.
I keep seeing like reactions on Facebook, like it's like they're watching Game of Thrones or something. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then I keep seeing all these gifs of Iron-Blooded. Man, that Gundam looks fucking violent. It's like going Evangelion style on me. One day I might watch it.
But it's lacking I think it's lacking the philosophy, the philosophical side and the depth of Evangelion. But it's a good. I only watched up to 15 episodes, I think, of the first season, because they killed off this girl that I really like, and then I just stopped watching it.
It's that bad, that heartbreaking.
But anyway, the designs, it's a return to form for Iron-Blooded Orphans. A lot of the designs are very mechanical. They don't look like they look like weapons of war again. You know, they don't look like super robots anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of these mobile suits have their inner frames exposed, and then you have armor. It's just sitting on top of the frame.
You know what's cool about the designs in Iron-Blooded Orphans? You know the your camera. Some people started customizing this part and just placing what do you call that? Just like shock absorbers.
You mean on the torso?
Yeah, and I think Bandai saw that and they applied it on the design. Just I like that because you know it shows that like they're paying attention to their audience.
Well, let's talk about model kits briefly because you can't really be into the fandom of Gundam without touching the mobile kits, model kits themselves, because that's primarily the reason why the anime exists. Is it exists to sell these kits.
Yeah, kind of like Transformers.
It's like a glorified commercial for these model kits because this is the main business.
Yeah,
selling these kits. So please, guys, support the original Bandai kits. More Bandai kits, more anime. All right, we're just gonna talk about kits briefly. Now, kits.
So you talked about Gundam for 30 minutes.
I mean,
Just
there's
the
a lot to
more.
cover, but we're gonna talk about kits briefly.
But this is like the general episode.
Now for kits, kits come in different scales. You have the smallest one, which is the 1:144. This comes in two flavors. You have the high grade kits, which are good, and then you have the real grade kits, which are trash.
Zari is not a fan of the real grades.
No, the high grade kits are very anime accurate.
Yeah.
A lot of the high grade, it's like the most basic kit that you can get. It's the cheapest as well, and a lot of the high grade kits now are applying mechanics that were only present in master grade kits before.
That's right.
Especially the Iron-Blooded Orphans line now has inner frames
on really small.
Yeah, but for the real grade, the reason why I hate it is because it's a complex kit. It's a complicated kit, but it's so small. So you have a lot of very small parts. It's like a miniature master grade.
And if something breaks, it's like a watch. The small parts, man, if it breaks, you're done.
Okay, now let's move over to the 1:100 scale, which are these, which are bigger. Now for the 1:100 scale, this comes in 3 flavors. You have the master grade, which is for me the best line. It's very complex. It has an inner frame, lots of gimmicks inside the inner frame, like cockpits. They even have pilots inside. You can see how the pistons move, stuff like that. And then you have the armor plates just placed on top of the inner frame. Now and the other one is the high grade full, or rather the 1:100 full mechanics line for Iron-Blooded Orphans. These are glorified 1:100 high grade models. Basically, they're also the same scale as master grades, but They have inner frames too, but not as complex. And it's like the a bigger version of the Iron-Blooded Orphans kits.
Yeah.
Just in
I mean, I look at
scale.
I look at the displays on these things. They look like. I mean, the hands don't look like a master grade hands.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
because master grade hands, they're
can
articulated.
Yeah.
The fingers are articulated, but with the full mechanics, you just have different hands. You have to replace each hand. If you want a hand for holding guns,
There's a specific hand for that.
Yes, there's a specific hand for that, and then for hands that are open palms. Yes.
But man, the designs on these things.
Yeah, they
freaking
are
ridiculous.
They sort of, if you place them side by side with the high grades, or rather the master grades,
Yeah.
They're not that bad looking.
Yeah. Really close. Really close.
Now we also have the Reborn's 1:100 line. These are also like glorified high grade kits that are in 1:100 scale for all other shows. Basically, the full mechanics is limited to the Iron-Blooded Orphans line. That's what they call it. But for all other shows like Mobile Suit Gundam, so far it's just Mobile Suit Gundam, right? That has Reborns.
Just
Reborn
UC,
1:100.
Universal Century.
Oh yeah, Universal Century storylines.
Yeah.
You have examples. You have the Nightingale. Finally, we have a kit for the Nightingale. It's a novel only. It basically appeared in the Charge Counterattack novel.
Yeah.
It's basically the what's that? The Sazabi.
If by the way, if you wanted to get like a Nightingale, back then you would need like the resin kit.
Oh yeah. This is a third party.
Just like a giant paper weight. It doesn't do anything. Just like that.
But now the Reborn's 1:100 Nightingale kit actually has articulation.
It does, yeah.
So
You can actually move it and stuff.
I'm really hoping that they expand into the other storylines.
Yeah.
But for now, we'll have to do with master grades. Master grades, you have Gundam Wing Master Grades, 00 Master Grades. Almost every show has a master grade kit. Even the Build Fighters ones. The Build Fighters universe, in the Build Fighters universe, most of them just use high grades.
Yeah. But then they made
master grade kits for other Build Fighter mobile suits.
Yeah.
Now, what else? Of course, the last... last two. We have the Perfect Grade.
Yes.
Which is a 1:60 scale.
It's like this tall.
Yeah, it's very large. It's like two rulers. Two rulers placed on top of each other, end to end. Now, these are the cream of the crop. Basically, the most complicated, most accurate mobile suit replications.
Yes.
However, the Perfect Grade line is very limited. Not all shows have a Perfect Grade kit. Not all mobile suits have a Perfect Grade kit. Yeah. Most of these Perfect Grades they're either the protagonist mobile suit, or as long as they're super popular.
Yeah.
You have
if your show is not popular, you won't get
a Perfect Grade. Now you have the RX-78 2, of course.
Yeah.
The Zaku 2, the Charge Zaku 2. You have the Z Gundam.
Yeah.
You have the Wing Gundam from Endless Waltz. You have the... What else? What else are Perfect Grades?
The Strike from...
Strike, yes. Yeah. You have the Strike.
The Astray.
And you even have the... what's that? The Strike Rouge?
Oh, yeah.
The Pink Strike, you even have that. There's even a Perfect Grade for that.
You just want to work on Bandai, right? They just repaint kits and sell them.
Also,
amazing.
The red frame, Astray red frame.
Yeah, red frame.
The GPO 1.
There's the blue frame too.
I don't think there's a blue frame Perfect
Grade.
No, I think they just some of the hobbyists just recolor it.
Oh yeah.
themselves. But yeah, these kits are expensive. You can go for the cheapest, which is HG. Then you have the full mechanics. You have the Reborns. You have the RG. You have the Master Grade, Perfect Grade, and then also there's a Mega Size model.
Oh yeah.
Mega Size is
3 feet tall.
1:35 scale.
Yeah.
These are they are the size of small kids.
but they're not as detailed, of course.
Yeah, but
they're not as detailed as small kids.
But the fun thing about mega size kits, they are easy to snap off of the runner.
Yeah.
They have their own tool. It comes with the kit where you can just use that to snap it off, and they're very fast and easy to build.
Yeah.
And it's the colors are very anime accurate. Color separation is extremely good for the mega size models, just because the parts are big
already. You don't have to cheat it.
Yeah, unlike in the HG, some high grade models do not have good color separation. Some parts that are red you need stickers for those. They provide you stickers instead of just providing you red plastic parts. They give you stickers instead. Do you remember the time when the chin? You
had to be a sticker.
It was a sticker.
I think I had a Dead Side HG.
Yeah.
That needed a sticker for the face. It was that bad.
Yeah, it was. But now the color separation for high grade kits are improving.
Yeah, very much actually.
Yeah. The high grade is shaping up to be the best product that Bandai has right now. It is the entry level, but it's also the most popular kit because a lot of people can get into it easily. It's cheap,
it's small,
cheap, saves on space and money, and it's all. Most of these kits are good looking now.
Yeah.
Unlike back in the day, there's they were horrible.
I mean, I was supposed to buy HG kits for Wing series. They just look bad, man.
Oh yeah, the old ones.
I have a old HG Death Sight.
Yeah.
It's my first ever build.
It looks horrible, I'm sure.
The eyes were not.
Remember that during back in the day, the eyes are just stickers.
Yeah, those were the stickers, and I tried following the cuts on the sticker pad. They're not even.
They're not square on them,
and they're not even cut all the way.
It's supposed to be like a diamond, right?
Yeah.
And it's one of the sizes missing, so it looks like it was in battle.
Don't you hate it when sometimes the stickers are not cut all the way, so that when you remove them, a piece of it will tear off?
Yeah, that's so annoying, man.
Oh, by the way, but HG 100 scale for Wing series back in the 90s was actually good.
Yeah,
and I have the Dead Sight upstairs, and it's okay.
And
even the sticker eyes with the sticker eyes.
And
fine.
now, basically, the HG kits have been redesigned. A lot of these kits are now actually following modern molding techniques. So
3D printing and shit
they don't look as bad as they did before. So basically, they relaunched a lot of these kits. So there's version 2s, version 3s of existing kits now.
Version Katoki.
Oh, the Verkas. We're gonna talk about that one of these days. Basically, this is just a primer for Gundam. We're gonna talk more in detail. We just had to, go over a lot of stuff for now. Basically, the anime and an introduction to the kits. We'll talk about this in greater detail one of these days in another episode of the Promised End podcast. So, guys, if you have anything to add to this episode, feel free to write it in the comment section. Tell us what's your favorite Gundam show or your favorite Gundam kit.
If you want to challenge us in a Gundam build,
Gundam build up
or battle,
let's try doing that. Also, if you have the Gunpla Breaker game, we can maybe play online or something, whatever. But anyway, that would be it for now. Any closing words, AJ?
You can't beat me. I am the champion here.
He's a new type.
Yes, I
basically.
am a new type. Look at this
Hi
hair.
guys. Also, watch out for. I think we're gonna do something related to Gundam real soon.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
We've
really
been talking
awesome.
about it.
We've been talking about it, and we are gonna start to stay true on our Promise and Productions
Yes.
brand name. So watch out for it. It's gonna be really funny, and I hope you guys are gonna like it. And of course, if you like our channel, any of our content, be sure to subscribe over to our YouTube channel. Just click on the subscribe down below the video, the red button down below the video. Then, of course, click on the bell button as well, so you'd know if we have new videos. It's gonna be notified immediately, and we really hope to have a call this notification squad soon. So yeah, watch out for that. So.
Also, our social media links are in the description below. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Go to John's channel, shit on his channel if you want. Go to AJ's channel, look at his content. If you like it, subscribe. And Chinderi Beats page, just follow us on Facebook.
Yes.
And of course, guys, be sure to share this to your friends. It helps a lot. Like the video. If this gets I don't know, a certain number of likes, we're gonna do the next set of Gundam related episodes about Gunpla real soon. So make sure to just like the video. And of course, as always, thank you for watching. See you at the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Gundam.
Good night. Gundam night.
Death.